Hi everyone, I'm Josh Woznica. This is my Ieor 190G blog. This is post number 10, where I'm going to talk about Nintendo versus Tomita technologies. So many of us in our generation grew up with Nintendo devices, whether it was starting off with the Game Boy, ending up with the Wii. Many of us watched the growth and development of Nintendo as a company and watched their sort of devices change. And you can see in my post there's a timeline of these devices, which is a little bit interesting. So the case under question here is between Nintendo and Tomita Technologies International Incorporated. Surprise, surprise here, it seems that Tomita is yet again a patent troll. When I looked them up on the internet, it seems that all I can find about them is that they have this relationship between themselves and Nintendo, and it has to do with this case. So speaking of this case, in this case, Nintendo was ordered by a federal jury in Manhattan to pay Tomita over $30 million in damages relating to 3D camera technologies. You might be wondering why $30 million is the sort of magic number here, and it's the explanation is that the judge said that Nintendo must pay 1.82% of the wholesale price of each 3DS sold. So it's really interesting here that the judge selected a royalty sort of way instead of a specific amount per device. The logic here was that the latter would be an unearned windfall for Tomita, as prices for Nintendo's 3DS were in the process of declining. So this lawsuit was brought against Nintendo in June of 2011. The claim in this case was specifically directed at the Nintendo 3DS handheld video game system, which was launched in early 2011 in March. Tomita claimed that Nintendo infringed upon their patent, specifically concerning the stereoscopic image picking up and display system based upon optical axes cross-point information. Excuse me. This was Tomita's U.S. patent number 7417664, and you see that referred to in the case as 664. In layman's terms, that's essentially the technology that allows an individual to view 3D images normally without needing 3D glasses. This is obviously one of the claims in the patent itself, recognizing that a stereoscopic video image display device for displaying different video images for the eyes of a viewer, in effect meaning without some sort of 3D aid. So yeah, and you should note that Tomita's complaint alleges that Nintendo's infringement of their patent was willful, obviously something important to note here. But yeah, that's sort of the introduction to the case, and you'll see in my post that I actually found a link to the court case itself, which has been interesting and pretty understandable to read too. So you might want to take a look at that. Curious to hear your thoughts. Post in the comments below.